All right, welcome to the stream. We were just getting everything set up. Thanks for tuning in. Hope your weekend's going well. How's your weekend been? I may be talking to myself. That's okay. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. And today we're going to continue building our Ferrari 488 GTE. We made, small progress getting through bag one on the Ferrari. So we've kind of built the internal frame. We've built the engine block, some of the suspension. As you can see, it's pretty cool, right? It's got independent suspension with little spring arms there, struts. So yeah. Pretty excited about the build. It's pretty cool, right? So when the wheels spin in the same direction, you can see the motor, the cylinders in the motor moving, which is pretty cool. And today we're going to be continuing with bag two. Let's see how far we get, and then a little later we'll chat about whether or not we have a watch party, which we may do. Let's get this keyboard out of the way because we don't need the keyboard at the moment. Sato, thanks for coming in, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Just saying we're building this Ferrari GTE, and we didn't get very far last time. We only got through bag one. I hope your weekend's going well. I hope you're keeping healthy and safe. But yeah. So today we're just going to continue with bag two, see how far we get, and then later maybe we'll do like a Twitch watch party. Sorry to hear about the headache. Yeah, I get that. All right. Well, I hope you can get some rest and relax this weekend, and hopefully that'll sort itself out. All right. So I think this is where this doesn't seem right. Oh no, that's where we were. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. Here we are. Bag two. So we have two bag twos. Should eat dinner. Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah, when you have that headache and it kind of gives you that nausea, right? Yeah, I've been there. All right, a little bit bag opening ASMR. Let's pull this open. All right, and I'm just going to dump all the bricks up here on the table. Let's see where we wind up. That bag's empty. Just want to make sure. All right. And it wants us to find these two Technic parts, which I'm not seeing at the moment. Yeah, I get it. You kind of have to write it out, right? You have to just take care of yourself as best you can, and wait for it to go away, for sure. I think what it's saying is it's bag two plus these two parts. I might have to go searching for those parts in the box because they're definitely not here. Painkillers don't help. Yeah, no, exactly, right? Because it's the brain chemistry, right? And so painkillers wouldn't necessarily help. Yeah. Yep, I've been there. Yeah, I've definitely had those kinds of headaches. It doesn't happen to me very often, but it has happened, and it's brutal, right? You just kind of want to stay. You basically just want to stay. Well, for me, so I guess speaking to my own experience, I just want to stay in bed with my hoodie on and the blinds closed and the lights off, and just kind of ride it out. Yeah, so I get it for sure. And here are the Technic parts that I was looking for in this bag. All right. So bag 2. And we're looking for these 2 specific Technic parts that look like helicopter blades. And we're going to take away all these bag 3 things that maybe we'll get to later. All right. What's your strategy for writing it out, Sato? Do you just kind of write it out, or do you just like lock yourself in a room and in a quiet room and write it out, or how do you deal with it? That's kind of my strategy. All right. Let's start putting some of this together. We're going to be continuing with the main frame build. There we are. All right. So that's where we're doing for step 73. Distraction, rest, dim light. Yep, that's exactly what I do. I don't blame you, man. It just, oof. It's rough when you get those. This is not the right part. I need an L piece with 3 holes at the bottom. I need to find the correct piece. Which are not in this bag, but they're in the other number 2 bag, of course. Drink water. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, sure. Hydration helps. For my part, I try to take, like I said, painkillers like Excedrin. It's for headaches. So I try to do that. It doesn't always help when I get like that, but yeah, that's what I try to do. I try to drink not energy drinks, but drinks that have vitamins in them, right? So here in the U.S., I don't know if you have them there, but it's called eBoost. It's kind of like Emergen-C. It's got a bunch of vitamins and vitamin C, especially like vitamin C and stuff. It's supposed to help keep you healthy. So I try to do that to help fortify my immune system when that happens too. I try to make sure that I'm at least getting vitamins in. So yes. Oh my God, yes. Yes, cleaning so often that happens, right? You'll have a headache and you're like, "Oh, why do I have this headache?" And it's your glasses are dirty. So your eyes are trying to focus, right? They're working overtime to focus. Yes, I have that problem as well. I have glasses too. I just tend not to wear them on stream. All right. So it wants us to insert them. I don't know if the orientation matters, but I'm going to do it as shown on the diagram, which is like this. There we go. Well, I hope you feel better, Sato. I know it's like incredibly unpleasant when that happens. So, man. And hopefully you don't have to work or have other obligations that you need to take care of, and you can just rest, right? Because that helps when you can just take time to recover and take care of yourself. That's always nice. Look at this piece. That's pretty cool. A little LEGO Technic fork. That is pretty spiffy. And it's telling me that I need a specific fork because there's 2 of them. and I need to make sure I have the correct one. I'm just like comparing them. There's 3 of them, probably 4. So I need to make sure I have the correct one. Or no, it needs to be in the correct orientation. So it needs to be with the ball socket facing upwards. Is that right? Okay, let me look. So ball socket facing up. It's got the holes. That hole. I think that's right. It's evening there, no real obligations. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. That helps too, right? When you don't have the stress of like having to feeling like you have to go take care of something. That was one of the I think that was one of the positive outcomes from this whole pandemic, right? Is that employers, at least here, they're really not expecting you to go into the office when you're sick, right? So you can take time and you can recover. Oh, that's right. You're saying that you were saying that before. Chronic daily headaches. Yes. Um, here employers they don't they now expect you to take time and recover rather than toughing it out and going into the office even though you're sick, right? So that's been like one of the positive outcomes of the pandemic, in my opinion, is that they've um, they've really changed their attitude, their mindset about their employee health. So that's a good thing for sure. All right, let me see if I can find the right part. And I think I may need to open up one of these smaller. Nope, it's just right here. Grab one of these, jam it all the way through. And then we're going to take the piece that we built, one of the forks, facing upwards. And we're going to put this piece through, facing upwards. I don't think it matters. It's just going to swivel freely. So this part's going to kind of swivel freely on this axis because it's not captive yet. And I don't think we tie it in with anything, right? It's just kind of freely floating there at this point. And that's what we're going to do in this next step. All right. And we're going to need this longer black cross dowel. Almost looks like a lightsaber, right? Using your imagination. All right. And we're gonna slide it through. We need another fork, of course. And in this one, the ball socket's gonna be facing down. I'll put it right here. And right now it's freely spinning, so I'm just gonna kind of leave it there like that. And we're gonna need a piece to keep it on there. If I can find the specific piece they're pointing to, it's going to be in this other bag that I haven't opened yet. Wow, that mic. You can see it. Maybe it's peaking a little bit. I might slide that mic input just down, just a touch. It's because I see it going into the yellow, even when I'm opening bags. Hopefully that's a little more comfortable. All right, so we're gonna need one of these red pieces, and this is gonna help orient the parts the way we need them. And then this is going to be, I didn't slide it through the red piece. That would have helped. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's keep things just so. want to make sure I put it in the right orientation. Don't mess it up. Let me put this piece down. It's kind of interfering with how I am inserting this. All right. Now we're going to jam it in there. Beautiful. Now we're going to take another one of these red pieces and cap it on the other side. Probably today's event cost it went go pick out a grave monument. Oh, man. Grocery shopping afterwards. Yeah. Yep. 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 That'll do it for sure. For sure. I mean, it's not even always a small screen too, right? Sometimes it's any computer screen that it can trigger that for sure. I get that. But you know, sometimes our stress makes us do things that that aren't the best for us, right? I get that. I don't know if it makes a difference, but the slot in the picture is facing upward. Is it facing upward? Yeah. So I'm just gonna insert it like that. There we go. All right. Now we're gonna take another strut. Another one of these red pieces. Now we're one of these. Okay, clearing what I'm using here, and a yellow dowel. And we're going to do this again on the other side. Does it take you long to recover when this kind of thing happens? You know, for me, it's usually like a full day thing when it happens to me. So yep, I feel that. All right, and then we're going to take that last fork that we had somewhere here in our mess. I had all forks here right in front of me. I don't know what I did with the last one. It's right here. Ah, yeah, that's true. You can adjust your screen to help. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that it's set up for you and that it's a little easier on your eyes. That's hard, man. All right. Okay, so what we're doing is this piece is going to be lateral. So when I make sure I insert it in the correct orientation, this piece will have the ball socket facing down, which means it's like that. I just like put it in way too far. There we are. Put it in all the way. Good. Let's grab another one of these pieces from here. We'll need that. We'll need a couple of smaller pieces that I need to find. They're in the last bag that I haven't opened yet. It'll drop to max level. That's good. Yeah, right. Sleep. Right. Sometimes it's so bad, so intense that you can't even sleep. That's the worst. Yeah. Yep. Like I said, it doesn't happen often to me, but I have felt that. So I feel for you, bud. For sure. All right. I just want to make sure I'm putting things in correctly. I'm going to put this red piece in first. If I can orient it correctly, align it. There we go. Go. Beautiful. And then we cap it with this part. And so what we're doing is actually it's in this orientation. And then these attach to the yellow bits, yellow nubs that are sticking out at the bottom. Might skip dinner, grab some slices of bread instead. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's the strategy is to just grab the easiest nutrition that will, that won't make it worse, right? Of course. All right, so here we are. So here we are with what we've built so far. Okay, and right now these forks are swinging freely. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the other two wheels and more of the suspension. So we'll need a couple of these pieces and a couple of studs with ball joints, which are relatively unusual pieces. Don't see these very often. They're not studs, but they're dowels with ball joints, which you can't see because it's very washed out. I'll grab another one in a second, but yeah, you don't see that very often, huh? Maybe in the LEGO Technic world. All right, so that's what we need for this step. All right, and we're going to insert the wheel in there. Got a nice little snap. We're going to do that twice. And it's going to be, the ball joint is going to be facing downwards, it looks like, from this orientation. Beautiful. All right, so we got two of those assembled. And they're going to go on either end. On the bottom part of this assembly, the ball joint is going to slide into the sockets just here. So we're going to slide this up, just pop it in. Same on the other side. Popped. Okay, very nice. And then we're gonna close up that whole strut assembly. Not a strut, but it's a suspension assembly. Right, and it's telling me to put the ball joints on the suspension first, and then pop it onto the wheel. It seems a little backwards to me, but hey, let's follow the instructions, yeah? I think it would have been easier the other way, but who knows? Because this way you kind of have to control the way that you insert that dowel into the slot. There we go. Give it a nice little squeeze. All right, very good. So now we have kind of that 4-bar linkage for the suspension on both sides. It's kind of neat. Are you into cars? Got this set. There are two built, but nice. It's good, Sato. It's pretty neat. I like it so far. It's got interesting detail. I haven't built one of the LEGO Technic vehicles. This is my first time building a LEGO Technic vehicle, and it's been pretty cool. I've been enjoying the build. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. Let's see, and we put it in with the short side that way. We need one of those, and then this is going to go on my assembly. If we orient the assembly this way, it's going to go right in the center, like that. Come I'm excited about building it. Right. I mean, I've been wanting one of these LEGO Technic sets. And my family was super nice and got it for me for Christmas. Um, and so yeah, it was cool. I was looking at this one. I was looking at the Dodge Challenger from, what is it, Challenger? The car from Fast and the Furious. Dom's car from the Fast and Furious. I really like the look of the new BMW bike they released. They're just releasing now. That it looks really cool. So there's like a lot of really cool looking sets that I'm interested in. Um, we'll see. We'll see if we get to any of those in the future. That's a 9-hole one. Yep, that's what we need. And then we need a light gray dowel, 7 studs long, which is that guy. We'll need 2 of those, in fact. Gotta find the other one. There it is. And then we'll need some smaller pieces. We'll need a couple of black dowels. 4 of those, in fact. And then 2 of these pieces, which are in the same bag, luckily. And we'll need a couple of other smaller bits, which we need to find. Not in this bag. Not in this bag. Maybe they're in that same bag. It's pretty full. I don't see them here though. Oh. So I'm looking for this bit here. All right, let's see. I am trying to find it. Is it white? It must be. You don't see the color contrast in the part selector, but in the build, in the assembly part, you do see it. I was looking for a gray version of this, but over here it's apparent that it's a different color than the light gray. So that's funny. All right. Beautiful. All right, there we are. Good, good. Let's put this on correctly. There we go. And then we get the bars, which go through here. How far? Far enough to attach this, facing downward. A little further. A little too far. There we go. Beautiful. All right. And push that through. And again, that went a little too far. Let's see if we can just push that so that it's flush. Very nice. That's the assembly we got. I guess we could have pre-assembled that. That would have made more sense. That's what happens when Carlos doesn't pay close enough attention to the build instructions. That probably would have been easier. All right, and if we're looking at the main assembly in this orientation, we're gonna jam that in this way and attach it to the red dowels and push it in. Boom, there we are. Easy enough. That went in quite nicely. Okay, let's see what pieces we need. Now we need a couple of these gray ball joints. Which I need to find. I think it's right here. And these gray ball joints, they have the cross dowel on the end. I need both of these, if I'm not mistaken. Did it just rolled away from me. This is not cool. All right, and then we need a red. We'll need a couple of these right here. That's exactly what we need. And hopefully they won't roll away. Beautiful. So these get put on the end to cap these nicely. And then the gray, if we're looking at the assembly in this orientation, they go on the wheel assembly over here, facing downward. So I think what that's setting us up for is setting us up for the steering, right? To connect it for the steering, which is pretty cool. I like the detail. All right, now it's going to have us turn this assembly around, and we're going to attach a couple more of these pieces, which are in this bag. Beautiful. And we're going to pop them onto these gray bars here. Let's give it a good push. And that goes on nicely. Then we're going to take one of these. We're going to set this aside. We're going to build the sub-assembly because there's quite a few dowels that we need to put in. So we need 4 of these. Let's start with those. That's the easy part. All right. And so that's going to go into the second hole. Not all the way though. Right? Just part of the way. I assume we're going to lock this onto the main assembly by shoving those all the way through. And we're going to put the other blue pieces just opposite them. So I think you could probably hear the gardener here. Sorry about the extra noise. That's a bummer. Yeah, you can hear it, right? They're like right outside my window. Good times. That's the joys of streaming on a Saturday morning. And we're going to need 7 of these, so 3. It'll be interesting to see what happens when they have to switch to electric. In my state here in California, they're planning on basically outlawing these gas-powered leaf blowers. Should be interesting to see what happens with gardeners, and if the noise pollution from these blowers decreases. Did I? I did. I put these in the wrong place because I wasn't paying attention once again. Beautiful. Maybe I should have put the black ones on first. Again, Carlos not following the instructions. It does tell you to put the black dowels on first, which would have precluded that mistake. All right, so that's what we need. And we're going to take the suspension in this orientation. Nope, that's not right. I feel like there's a disconnect here. Oh, you know what it is? I have it upside down. Okay, there we go. So now it's oriented in the way that it's showing in the diagram, which is like this. And then this is oriented like that. And it goes on the frame. And the blue dowels attach that there, and there, and there, and there. So now it's fully integrated into that assembly. Very nice, right? All right. Let's gather all the pieces we need here. There's a bunch of parts that we need, including a 9-hole, 5, so that's, we need one of those, and then we need a 7, which will be around here somewhere. It's a 7. Yep. And then we're going to need some red dowels. Got to find the correct red dowels, of course. Oh, okay, only one of those really. And then I also need a red ball joint, which are here. I need some other smaller pieces. Black pieces, always tricky to find in bags. It's because the glare I get from my lights makes it tricky to find them. It's always possible they could be elsewhere. Let's go there. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. I need to find this other black piece. Well, I guess since I'm in this bag, I can grab one of those and one of these, which is what I need. And I need one more black piece, which I'm not finding at the moment. Just want to make sure it's not out on the table, and it's not. So it must be in a bag somewhere. Let's check this bag. Yep, found it. That guy right there. Okay, beautiful. We're going to take the 7. We're going to poke the black dowel through on the end, and the red dowel, one stud, or one hole, offset by one hole. And then attach the 9, like so. And then this guy we're going to attach. I guess it doesn't matter right now because it's going to be freely spinning, right? It can turn, but it wants it facing upwards, it looks like. And then we're going to attach this guy there and the red ball joint on the end of the 9. All right, and I just want to make sure that we are looking at this in the correct orientation, which again, I feel like we're not. I think this is upside down. Yep, so that's what we're doing. And then we have this piece with a 7 like that. Okay, that kind of looks right. And how does it attach? Okay, I need to push this up. And then this is going to attach just so. Okay, so now that's in there. That looks like it's attached correctly. Let's hope. Nice, and we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Oh, no, not quite yet. We're going to build a cross piece. All right. We're going to need this piece and a couple of these yellow dowels. Beautiful. All right. And then we're going to take one of these white bits with a black dowel, which are over here, facing that way. Yeah, so that's the piece that asked us to build, and we're going to put it here, and the black dowel is going to lock it in place. I just want to make sure I put it in the correct spot, and I think I did. So that's locked. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, we're going to need a 9 and a 7. So here is the 7. And we need a 9. That's a 7. And here's the 9. Clear a little bit of space. We're going to need one black dowel. One of these pieces. Don't run away. We're going to need one of the red ball joints. This should not be on my playlist. No, no. Why is this playing? This was not on my playlist. I'm not sure what happened there. That was really weird. Okay. I don't, well, no, I don't want copyrighted music on my playlist. Stop. What are you doing? My playlist just freaked out. It started playing music that it shouldn't be playing right now. That was bizarre. Let's try that again. That was, I'm glad I caught that. We don't want to get DMCA'd here. All right, let's see. Let's make sure we get the right pieces here. And then I still need that red ball joint, which is going to be here somewhere. I see it in the other bag. Beautiful. All right, black dowel is going to go on this piece on this side. Red piece on this side. Then the 9 goes on like this. Good. And then I forgot to grab one piece. I forgot to grab one of the black pieces, which is that one right there. So now we're looking at the orientation like that. And then this black piece goes on over here. If I can jam it in there. Well, like that. And then this goes on like that. That orientation. Right? Did I make a mistake? A little bit. A small mistake. Okay. This piece goes on over here. And then this piece goes on like so. There we go. That feels better. Ball joint goes on the end. And then we need one of these white pieces over here as well with a black dowel. Okay, there we are. And that's going to go on right there, just so. All right. So now we're going to take it on the other side, and that's going to attach. Yep, we're going to have to slide it on first, and then we'll snap on the dowels. Beautiful. That went on quite nicely. All right, let's set that aside once again. We're going to take one of these that is 9 holes long, or 5, so that's a 9. We're going to need a couple of these smaller L pieces that are 2x4, and then a couple of blue dowels. 4 blue dowels, in fact. If I can grab them out of the bag. All right, and we start here. 1 on each end, and then inset by 1 from each end as well. Beautiful. And then the L pieces with the bottom of the L facing inward. That makes a lot of sense. All right. All right, that's locked in as shown in the diagram. And then we're going to turn this around. And then this is going to slide in somewhere. So the bottom of these L's, they're going to attach to these parts here. That was my good friend Kelaska, and she's chatting right now. Go check out her music. She's got a ton on Spotify and YouTube. Beautiful. Alrighty. So we did that. Just want to make sure we cleared that. And then we're going to need a couple of these larger L pieces, which are 5x3. Yep. And then I want to make sure we attach these in the correct spot, which is going to be down here. And it doesn't help if you throw them. All right. So one goes there, and the other, mirror image. Beautiful. Now we're going to need a couple of the smaller L pieces, which I got to find. They're right here. And where do the smaller L pieces go? It looks like we have to turn this around, and we're going to attach them here. So that's becoming quite a solid frame piece. Pretty cool. Just pretty cool. There we go. All right, so let's gather pieces here. This is going to require a few different pieces. We're going to need 2 of these. And then we're going to need 1 of these round to capture. And then we're going to need some red oval parts. Oh, just 1. All right. So we're going to kind of assemble these like so. And I'm going to try to follow the diagram, which shows this top one just going in far enough to be flush with the end of this round piece. There we go. And then we're going to shove that through. There we go. And that's kind of roughly aligned. All right. And I just want to zoom in and make sure we put this in correctly. So it looks like it's going to be on this side. And it's going to attach to something. Let's see. So this part is facing upwards, and it's attaching to that bottom strut, if I'm not mistaken, or the bottom part of the fork, just like so. Okay, and we're not going to push it in. I assume later we're going to push it in and kind of finish that. Sure enough, we're going to keep building that out. We're going to need 1 of these. and one of these. Don't run away from me, please. All right. So we're gonna put it on the underside here. And what's happening is we're gonna jam these through and lock this piece in. But before I do that, I'm gonna put this like so. So it's got a little stud on one end now. And this is gonna be captured in place when I push this great bar through. Yeah. And we're going to push that bottom bar all the way through. There we are. So now that's captive, and it kind of limits how far down the suspension will go, right? It's kind of nice. Kind of acts as a bumper. All right. And is that it? I think that's it. Beautiful. Now we have another strut with spring. These are pretty cool parts. And we're going to capture that with the top. And we're going to put it right through here, right through that top one. Helps if the wheel is facing outward. All right, and this is kind of a detailed. Oh. There we go. And I think I don't know if we push it all the way through yet. Kind of feels like we should, yeah? Yeah, we do. We push it all the way through. If I can hold it in place. There we go. So now that suspension piece is captive, right? Nice. All right. So let's grab a couple more pieces that we'll need for this step, one of which will be this, and one will be the small piece to capture another bar. And we're going to add another one of these small circles to the top. Let's see. Maybe we should turn it this way. You can kind of see with this camera a little bit. Pop that in there. This wheel is kind of really in the way when it's spinning freely like that. All right, and then we want that backed all the way into that to capture it all nice and tightly. Beautiful. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So let's set this aside for a second. We're going to need 2 more of these. One of these. Yep. And then another small bit like that. It helps if you try to poke it in the right direction. Let's see. Come on. Okay, that's good. Boy, I think I need more coffee. There we go. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kind of even it out by kind of pushing it down on the table like that. That helped. Okay, and now we're going to work on this side. We're going to do the same kind of thing where we kind of attach it like that, just lightly. Yeah, and then we're going to add some bits to the suspension. There we go. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I want to make sure I get this just right. So this is the piece that we're going to push in. And I just want to make sure the stud is going the correct direction, which I think is here. I think it's there. Yep. So I just want to make sure I get that in there. I think it's captive now. It's a matter of pushing it all the way through. There we go. Nice, nice. And we'll get the other strut, which shouldn't be that hard to find. It's got the big yellow part. And we're going to stick that all the way through. Stick the other gray bar all the way through. There we go, just like so. And then we're going to close it up on the other side. Take one of these. And the last one of these. I just dropped it in there and it's like, got stuck. Oh boy. There we are. Beautiful. There we go. Very nice. And now we're going to add even more pieces over here. So now the suspension is it's in pretty good shape, right? So now we've got the springs. Let me face it this way. Now we've got the springs on here, right? We've got bumpers on the bottom suspension to just keep it from going too far. Up too far, I assume. Yeah, that keeps it from going too far. What keeps it from going too far up? Some of these pieces. That keeps it from going too far up. So that acts as a bumper there as well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'll be honest. I thought we'd be going through these bags a little faster. I don't mind, but it's yeah. The build's a little more detailed, a little more intricate than I thought. Not that I mind, really. All right, so I am going to need 4 of these gray bars. Will I need 4 of those? I have one here. 4. Yep, just like so. Oh, and then I need 4 of these bits as well. 4. And then we're going to build 2 of these where we jam the bars. Not all the way through, but kind of like that. And then like that. Beautiful, just like that. My screen mirror app just quit. That's not nice. Let's see if we can fix that. Give me a moment. Let's see if I can fix my screen mirroring app. Error. QR code. Give me a second. Hey, Els, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you bringing everybody over. Welcome, welcome. I'm just trying to fix my screen mirroring software, which decided to die. Great timing. Welcome, Raiders. Let me. Oh man, so many good friends. Got Els, got Mark, Tuba Grammy, Abby. So good to see you. Midnight Mats, thank you so much for coming in. I think we had a pretty small audience. In our audience, we just had Sato that I saw, but let me do a quick shout out. Thank you for stopping in. How was your stream? Were you building Legos? or were you gaming? Tell us all about it. Hope you're doing well. Very nice. Excellent. I am doing the same. I'm doing a build that I got for Christmas. um, working on a Ferrari. We had a TIE fighter and a Minecraft build going. That's awesome. That's awesome. Two very cool sets. I mean, I think my son had a TIE fighter, and he's definitely got a bunch of Minecraft stuff. So definitely familiar with those, and they're really fun builds. So I hope everyone had fun. How's your weekend going? And then for those that don't know Sato, he is a fantastic Lego builder. He does consultations for mocks. Um, he's an all around good guy. He's been very supportive of my stream. So if you don't know Sato, check out his Discord. He doesn't stream, but he does have a Discord that where they talk about all things Lego. So welcome. How's the family? Hope everybody's well. Um, I'll be honest, I haven't been keeping up on Discords very much lately. I've been finding that um, if I half-ass looking on Discords, I get a lot of FOMO and anxiety. So I've been kind of disconnecting from a lot of Discords, not like leaving them, just not checking up on them. So I hope everybody's okay. So I'm going to continue here, and hopefully things are gonna work out here. All right, and I'm gonna try to figure out where these pieces go. Let's see. So if I'm looking at this, we've got these pieces that go in the back, and they're gonna attach to the suspension. Got it. I got it. I understand. So this has been a little bit of a complicated build. At least, I mean, I'm not used to builds like this, so it's been a little bit more complicated than I'm used to. Where does the bottom attach, though? I'm a little confused. Ah, okay, got it. I understand. It actually goes here, just so, and then it gets capped off on the other side. And this is going to help prevent the wheel from spinning around. Yeah. And I assume we're going to cap that at some point. There we go. Beautiful. So that helps keep the wheel from spinning around like this guy's doing and interfering with everything. Very nice. So let's put the other one on, and we'll cap it. All right. Beautiful. And by the way, I mean, really, probably only Sato that's here, but Els has some awesome Lego emotes that I suggest you go and check out on her channel. That mine kind of reminded me, but you know what? Let me also do something really quick as a thank you for dropping a raid. Really appreciate you bringing your family over and trusting me with your community. So thank you. There we are. Beautiful. So that's where we are so far in the build. We're going to continue adding pieces to the suspension. Let's see. We'll need a couple here. And then a couple. I feel like I should make the now playing widget a little bigger. In the past, I've had that in a different place, or I've had, stuff. Oh, yeah, it's going to make it tricky. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. I hope Mark and Abby and Midnight Mats and Tuba Grammy are all doing well. Hope the kids are doing well. And I hope you enjoy your weekend. It's been a little weird, right? Everywhere. So I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. All right. That's if I can manage to get that bar through. Beautiful. So happy to see you guys. Beautiful. All right, and then where? So this is going to capture. This is going to capture the suspension. It's actually going to load the suspension, right? Because we're going to need to compress it. So we're going to load the suspension up there, and I want to make sure I insert this in the correct orientation because I'm sure that makes a difference. There we go. And I think we jam it in all the way. Let me check the next step just to make sure, but yep, it does indeed get jammed in all the way. So now the suspension is loaded. It's pretty tight. Beautiful. And we're going to compress that strut. Jam this in. That went in much more nicely. There we are. And then we're going to make a, whoa. And then I don't know what I did there. Did I? There we are. That's where we need to be. All right. Beautiful. And we're gonna need another one of these teeny red dowels and a couple of more red ball joints, which I can never find on the first try. Beautiful. And then we're gonna need these interesting parts. They have these ridges, almost look like heat sinks. And then we'll need a couple of these parts that are in this bag. And then a couple of these. So lots of parts in this subassembly. We'll start here. All right. Very nice. And by the way, I should have done this when the raid came in, but I also wanted to shout out my other friends that stream. Specifically, where's my pointer? Let's do a quick shout out for Mark and for Abby. Mark is an amazing pianist. and singer, and has some fantastic streams. His streams are always guaranteed entertaining. So I can't say enough about him and his stream, and he's always so warm and welcoming. And also, my good friend Abby, who has an incredible voice. She's in the process of relocating, and so she's not streaming regularly at the moment, but has an incredible song list. Is an in real life Disney princess, uh, and I suggest you go check them both out as well. We also have one of Abby's songs on our playlist. Super awesome. So please go check them out if you haven't. I'm assuming most of you are already following them, but on the off chance. All right, and we're going to need these ball joints here on the ends, just like so. And then these are going to pop on the ball joints, like so. And I'm going to zoom in and make sure I attach this correctly. All right, and so I'm going to slide this in like so. And these get attached to the gray ball joints, like so, and like so. Okay, and this part is kind of free floating, but now you can see that we have some steering, right? It's kind of neat. So I'm sure that'll get attached to a gear, and it'll all make sense. I don't need pieces running away, so we'll need one of these. Let me zoom in to make sure that we get the piece that we need. So I think what we need is one of these dark gray gear pieces. And we'll need one of these pieces. Oh, maybe it's not these. I gotta find the correct one. Where are you? Yep, right here. All right, so we have a gear piece, and I assume this holds it in from the back, even though it's not showing it. Oh, no, it is showing it. It's telling me to put it halfway through. Roughly, correct? All right. And then we're going to put it in this middle from the back, and we're going to cap it with that gear right there. And I think that that's correct, right? So that yellow piece should be more or less flush with the end of the gear. So that'll be our steering, right? When we turn it, it's gonna eventually turn the steering wheel, or turn the wheels, car wheels, left and right. Grab a couple of these with the short end of the dowel over here. And we'll need this T-piece when we attach this. So right now we're going to insert this from this side all the way. And then from the back, the T-piece attaches there and captures the front as well. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to need this brown piece. We're going to need one of these. if I can pull it out of this bag. We're going to need a large gear and one of the tiny dark gray gears and another T-piece. So we'll start with the T and slide the brown all the way through. And then I don't think I'm going to use that yet. I think what it's looking for is one of these medium-sized black gears. In fact, I misread the instruction. I'm glad I caught that. So that goes there. And then the smaller dark gray gear there. Okay. And then we're going to start tying in that steering. So we're going to go to what I'm assuming is the front. And how does this attach? So this goes here and attaches just like that. So now we can see, I probably should have lined it up in the center because now oh no, I guess it doesn't matter at this point. So now you can see that when we turn this bar, our steering is functional. It's pretty cool, right? Pretty neat. All right. Now we take one of these large light gray gears, and we're going to need this. Oh, I think I missed placing this piece somewhere. Where does this piece go? It caps I think it's supposed to cap the brown bar that I just put in. There we go. So capped. I'm going to take a yellow dowel, yellow bar. Beautiful. I'm actually going to need 2 of these gears. And trying to see how this goes. So this is going to be on the back. And what's going to happen is this is going to go through. And then this other light gray gear is going to attach here. And they're going to mesh together. And then this piece is going to go on the end. I assume that that's going to go somewhere towards the steering, right? There we go. So now you can do that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know if it matters exactly the orientation, but you know what? I'm going to put, oh man. Okay, I'm going to put that in just like so. Yeah. So I don't know if that mattered precisely, but let's do that. All right, and then we're going to need one of these black Technic pieces, 2 of them in fact. And then one of these, 2 of these. I keep saying one, but at least I get it right in the end. All right, and let's make sure. I'm not altogether sure why it's showing the 7 there, but I'm going to zoom in and make sure that I put these pieces in the correct spot, right? So they're going to go on the back. They're going to go on these black rods, spaced out by these. Do I need 4 of those? No, just 2. But it looks like they should already have It's supposed to already be spaced. Now what I'm looking at is here. Am I looking at the right? I'm confusing myself right now because I'm feeling like I'm missing parts, right? Because this piece is here. No, that's correct. It's just, it's not showing this here. And I'm not, and the reason for that is that I think it's on the wrong side. It's on the wrong side. Indeed. Yep. Okay. So these parts are on the wrong side. The parts that I captured the strut with. So let's fix that. L's. Oh, I totally get that. I totally get having to snack. In fact, you know what? I haven't even finished my coffee yet for the morning. I still have it here next to me. I've got a nice thermal mug, though. It keeps it nice and warm. Of course. Thank you for rating. I'm fixing something that I just realized I didn't quite place. This is my first time building one of these Technic car builds, but I really like how they look. I've always been, just did it wrong again. I've always been pretty intrigued with how they come together and the little details that they put in, right? There we are. That's better. No worries, no worries. Fingers, you know, sometimes words are hard even when you're typing them, right? We know that. All right. Yeah. All right. I hope everybody's doing well. I don't know if you know, it's fine if you didn't catch it. You're off getting a snack, which is post-stream snack, which is awesome. Hope everybody's well. Hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you've had a good start to the weekend. There we go. I'm trying to make as few mistakes on these. So a lot of interesting details on these car builds, right? So we've been working on the front, right? So it's got functional steering with lots of gearing and what have you. It's got functional suspension, independent suspension. Then we've worked on the frame, which similarly has, I think this is the rear, right? So it's got independent suspension. When the rear wheels turn, you can see the cylinders moving in and out. So it's been a really fun build. Echo Bricks, thank you for joining. Welcome. Thanks for coming in and chatting. Really appreciate you stopping in. Kids will never, and they probably won't until they're old enough to get stuff on their own. I kind of get that, right? So I have 2 teenagers, and oh, thank you for following Echo Bricks. Really appreciate you dropping that follow. We have 2 teenagers now. Well, one is a tweenager, and it's really only been in the last 2 or 3 years that we've been able to sleep in because they're kind of self-sustaining. Yeah, it's been a really fun build, Echo Bricks. It's a lot of interesting details. It's my first LEGO Technic build, but it's been a lot of fun. They're old enough; they just get up super early. Oh, and so you're a light sleeper. Are you do you have trouble going back to sleep when you've been woken up? Because my wife is like that. My wife, like, if something wakes her up at like 5 in the morning, mom guilt wakes you up. Oh, I don't know. At least for us, they're self-sustaining. The kids would rather be doing what they're doing anyways, and I don't think they want us to bother them, to be honest. They're kind of at that age where um, they they're kind of locked up in their own rooms with their electronics, doing their thing. So at least on our end, they're pretty self-sustaining now. But for my wife, she's once she wakes up, her brain is like right, and she's like she can't go back to sleep. So if something wakes her up at like 5 in the morning, that's it. She's up. Yep. Mom guilt wakes you up. Mom guilt. I hope so too, Echo Bricks. Yeah, it's you know, I've been interested in them. I've just never done it. Um, I've kind of returned to Legos as an adult, um, having having a little bit of money. I can kind of afford sets that I want. Um, I could afford the UCS sets if I really wanted to, but I don't have the space for them, right? So I just and to be honest, I don't want to spend that. I don't want to spend that much money on the pieces, but on the sets rather. But um, it's like I said, I've kind of come back to them as an adult, and they didn't have the Technic sets when I was a kid. Um, I'm really interested in a lot of the cars. I really like the new motorcycle that they just released. It's a BMW bike. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping to do more in the future. We shall see. Let's see. So we finished that. I think I'm just gonna get through this bag too. Um, it's going a little slower than I anticipated, if I'm being honest. Uh, I thought I was gonna move through these bags a little faster. Yeah, oh, you have the Harley built. Nice. That's awesome. Um, yeah. So I think we're gonna get through bag two and then call it a day. We're already like an hour and a half in, and we're probably 2/3 of the way through bag two. So going a little slower than I anticipated, which is okay. It's not like we're speed building or anything, but I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. I want to make sure I'm doing this in the correct orientation. There we go. Right. Beautiful. Taking over Mark's studio with your build. Yeah, that's part of my problem too. I just don't have a lot of space for my builds here. So I'm trying to figure out, exactly how we're going to manage that. I am adding the stickers on the go. This bag has not required any yet. I think the first bag did not either. But yeah, I'll add the stickers when it comes around. But it's got a really interesting set. Where did I put them? It's probably still in the box. Oh no, they're over here. They came in the instructions and the stickers came in a little folder, right? So pretty neat. Beautiful, beautiful stickers. Look at that, right? So look forward to adding that. So we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oop, don't need that piece though. Beautiful. By the way, I don't know, if you guys are lurking, totally fine. Always welcome to lurk. Also, if you are okay coming out of lurk, we're running a contest. So whoever gets the highest and lowest parachute drop scores, will get free gift subs. So feel free. At the end of the month, I'll hand it out, right? I'll award it. So all you need to do is do exclamation mark drop, and then an emote of your choice. So for example, if we were to do that, so you can do parachute drop, and whoever lands, highest and lowest scores get a free gift sub at the end of the month. All right, and we're going to need 2 of these, so let's grab that. Beautiful. So we're going to continue tying these 2 pieces of frame together. If I can manage to put this dowel through. There we go. Being a little stubborn. Nope. There we go. There we go. That was a little stubborn. Didn't quite want to pop in nicely, but once in, they're nice and secure. All right, just going to drop that in there so they don't roll away. And we'll also need 2 of these. And then the red cylinders go on the short end of the blue dowels. And then that gets inserted here and here. We're not going to put them in all the way yet, though. I'm assuming we're going to... Wow, these are like being kind of a pain right now. Yep, no, that's right. Just being a little bit of a pain. Just being a little stubborn. Beautiful. That went in a little more nicely. And then I'm going to need a couple of gray dowels. I need to change up the theme. Well, although, I mean, it's not Christmas anymore, but it is. Winter is certainly set in. Oh, here we go, Echo Bricks. Let's go. Nice. Nice landing. Let me document that because I think that's... You might be the first landing from someone who doesn't have a gift sub this month. So let me write it down. It'll take a minute. Give me a second. So we got Echo Bricks with 43.37. Nice. So far this month, that's the high score and low score. So good luck. We'll see if that holds. All right. And then these gray dowels go here and here. Beautiful. Nice L's. Do it. Oh, nice landing. Look at that. L's with the high so far at 53.68. It'd be nice if I didn't drop my pen. All right. Beautiful. $53.68. So now we've established a high and a low. We'll see what happens. I did get this set for Christmas. My family was super kind and thoughtful and picked this up for me. So I was very appreciative. Very, very appreciative. All right. Now we gotta get the right dowels, which I think are these. We need 2 of these. Beautiful. And we'll need a couple of these pieces. And we'll need all 4 of these red pieces that are left. I'm going to jam this through, put another one together with it, and cap it like so. And we're going to make 2 of those. All right. Beautiful. And again, I want to make sure I have the orientation correct. So just like so. I'm going to do a little zoom in just to make sure we place it correctly. So what's going to happen here is we're going to flip the assembly around because it's actually on the other side. And then this is going to go here. Yep. That looks right. What's going on over here? Yep. That's correct. Beautiful. All right. So what's going on there is that I just put that in backwards. Let's do it correctly. Beautiful. Okay. All right. It looks like we're going to build another subassembly. So we're going to set that aside. And we're going to take one of these longer 15 and count. So that's a 15-hole Technic bar. Drop a couple of these. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 black dowels. I'm in the United States, West Coast, so California. So right now it's early afternoon, 12:30 in the afternoon. So yeah. Thanks for popping in so late. I know it's a little late for you if you're in the UK. It's your late evening, right? And the weekend is a nice time where I can connect with that European viewer base. I do have so I've been on Twitch since about June of 2020, when we were in lockdown. I started watching a lot of music streamers on Twitch. Kind of hung out for about a year in music streams. Met a lot of awesome people. One of the streams in particular was very encouraging, and really supported me starting to stream. So I thought, one thing that I could do was stream Lego builds, since it's something that I kind of enjoy. Like I said, it's something that I've come back to as an adult, and my son has a ton of them. So I thought I'd rebuild a bunch of his. This is mine, but if you look back at other builds that I've done on my YouTube channel, a lot of them are my kids, and I love Star Wars builds in particular. One of the builds that I did was a mock. It wasn't my own mock. It was one that I purchased for a Battlestar Galactica Viper. That was a really cool build. and so those are kind of my favorites. But I do enjoy other stuff I've built. I built a Mega Bloks Pikachu, built a Nano Block Pikachu. In fact, I have the Mega Bloks Pikachu right here. In fact, let me pull him over. I happen to have him right here with me because he's going to get disassembled pretty soon. It's a pretty cute build. It was a lot of fun. Oh, thanks for following. Yeah, I try to post progress pictures after every stream. If I'm being honest, in the last month and a half, that has not been great, but I'm going to try to pick that up. Thanks for following the Instagram. Appreciate that. All right, we're going to need a couple of these pieces. There we go. I appreciate you coming in and supporting the stream, Echo Brick. It's really nice. Saturday morning seems to be pretty popular. Saturday morning U.S. time seems to be pretty popular stream time. It seems like there's a lot of people on, a lot of friends on streaming, which is kind of nice. Yeah. Honestly, I'm an older guy, so I didn't get Insta until kind of recently. But I've really, enjoyed just how kind of laid back it is in terms of being able to connect with people. Just kind of lighter interaction than Facebook. Facebook, it got a little weird for a while there, with politics and other stuff happening. But I find that doesn't happen as much with Insta. Oh, do you stream as well, Echo? I mean, you do have the bricks in your name. Let's see. Can I drop a quick shout out for you? Go. I'm relatively new to the. I'm relatively new. Let me drop a quick follow too while I'm at it. Can I? Oop, that opened a browser, but that's okay. Let me drop a quick follow. Otherwise, I'm liable to forget. All right, it's done. Yeah, I'm relatively new to the Twitch Lego scene, but I have followed a few, right? So of course, Jang Bricks, he's one of the more popular members of the community. Marvelous Bricks is a lot of fun when he's streaming. Elizabeth, who's also on, who rated us earlier, does some Lego builds. She also does gaming. She's kind of a variety streamer. So awesome. This is my first Technic build, but I'm having a ton of fun with it. I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah. All right, let's make sure I get this in the right orientation. I always worry that I'm going to put stuff in the wrong, I'm going to assemble stuff in the wrong orientation. Let's see. So this one is going to go, yes, and it's going to go like that, and it's not going to cover that blue brick. It's going to go like that. All right. Of course, Echo. Thanks for coming in and supporting. Like I said, I really appreciate it. Beautiful. And this goes on just like so. So there we are. And then we're gonna spin the piece around to this orientation. And we're gonna drop it onto the sub-assembly that we've been working on today. And how are we going to attach it? Let's see. Where is this? I think it backs right into these pieces here. So, yep, good. I'm gonna kind of hold that steady. Maybe. Well, I popped that in, but the other side popped out. Come on. It's being a little fussy. There we go. Let's pop it in all the way. Beautiful. Okay. There we go. A lot of intricate little steps, right? All right. And so what it's asking us to do here, it's asking to pop these down and then lock it in to the frame here. And so that's what we're going to do. There we go. So now that's quite locked into the frame. Nice. And we're going to take a couple of more of these. The last two here, in fact. And these in front get rotated upward, and they're going to get locked in. Let's see if we can jam that in there. There we go. Goes all the way through. Beautiful. It's a pretty solid frame now, right? I mean, it's pretty impressive. All right, and then we're going to put a couple of these parts on here, facing that way. All right. We're going to take a couple of these curved LEGO Technic parts. We're going to need 4 black dowels, which are in a bag somewhere. Okay, I've got 2 here. Nope, only 2 dowels. They're 4 studs long. Good, because that's all we have. And then we're going to need a couple of these black parts as well. A little bag ASMR for you. Like I said, mostly. Yeah, honestly, when I was a kid, it was kind of like free building, right? I just had like a bunch of like random Lego parts, and I would just free build. As I got older, I kind of lost interest in Lego a little bit. You know, just my interest in other things grew. And then when I always admired the Star Wars sets, so I think consequently that's my son has a lot of Star Wars sets. We're kind of a big Star Wars family too, so that kind of makes sense, right? So yeah. I think I would just kind of be, when I was younger, I'd be more creative and trying to replicate things that I saw on TV, right, in cartoons, buildings. That's as a kid, right? And then now as an adult, I really enjoy. I really enjoy Star Wars. primarily Star Wars, right? Sci-fi stuff. I think I might try to purchase another mock in the future. We'll see. I'm kind of interested in a few different ones. I like the Battlestar Galactica, the actual ship itself. I like the Babylon 5 station mock that's that's there. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. What about you? And Frudo, he's a Lego Twitch streamer. I don't know. I don't know that streamer. Cos, thank you for stopping in, friend. Good afternoon. It is technically afternoon now. I started in the morning, and I'm still drinking my coffee. I gotta write that name down. But yeah, if they're a big Star Wars streamer, then I'm definitely down to follow. So give me a second. I'm gonna write that down. I always like to keep notes when I can. Pen, Fred, and New Doe. Awesome. I will definitely be sure to follow. By the way, friends, our mod and friend Cosmoverse is also a fantastic variety streamer. Often focused on games, but does a lot of fun challenges. He's like the nicest guy, and his viewers love to torture him. So please go check out our friend Cos. He's a fantastic guy. Oh, he's on the West Coast too. Nice. I will definitely have to go check them out. Thanks for the suggestion. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. It looks like we're finally going to tie together the front of the frame that we've been working on and the rear. So let's see what we do here. Let's see. So we have it in this orientation and this orientation, and they're just going to come together just like so. So now I've got a pretty long assembly. I might have to zoom the camera out because it's gotten a little long. Let's see. I might have to do that. Just zoom it out just a touch, yeah? So let's config that. This is my zoom. Let's zoom that out just a little bit. Haha. I bet, Echo. I bet. Well, I look forward to stopping by your stream and checking you out. That's awesome. And it's, you know, the Lego community, just like the music community that I've been involved in, has been super welcoming. So, you know, I really appreciate the suggestion, and everybody has been really nice. So, you know, it's funny sometimes the gaming community can be a little competitive, right? But the music and the Lego communities have been super nice, super welcoming, super collaborative. So it's been great. Let's see. We're gonna need a couple of these. In these, it's funny, right? Because in these sorting instructions, these white parts almost look light gray. So I have to mentally consider, because in the instructions you can tell that they're white, but in the, maybe it's the background they use, but it looks very light gray to me. I keep going for the wrong bag. I'm trying to get 4 of these black dowels. How's your cause? Thanks for coming in, buddy. How's your how's your weekend started? I hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's healthy. Hope everybody's having a fun weekend so far. Let's see. Beautiful. Castle Lego kids. Oh, nice. And a few Technic. That's done Lego. 5 years. Really got into it since then. Nice. Yeah, I've only been streaming since like August. So it's been fun. Working on some fun things. Nice. Nice. Thanks, Kaz. Appreciate the lurk. I look forward to seeing the fun things. Kaz's streams are always entertaining. Shallow bamboo trays for the parts. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've considered that. I don't have a lot of desk space here, and I'm not sure how to arrange everything here on my desk, because honestly, this is my work desk too, right? So my work from home desk. So I've been kind of like modifying things here and there, trying to figure out how best to arrange parts, arrange sub assemblies as I put stuff together. And so I found that this kind of works the best for me for now. When I do have a lot of loose parts, like I'm taking one of my son's Lego sets that he's already built, and they're not in the little baggies. I do pre-sort and put them in bins, which helps a ton. So yeah, I've been thinking about using something like bamboo trays. But yeah, that's a good suggestion. Let's see. For this step, we're going to need the 5x3 Ls. We need a couple of these black dowels. Hopefully they don't roll away. Which is where the bamboo trays come in handy, right? Stuff doesn't roll away from you. All right, so let's build one of these. Let's see. So if I'm looking at the assembly, this is going to go over here. And it's going to go on the inside of this frame, like so. And then the other one is going to be the opposite. Beautiful. So let's pull that over so you can kind of see. There we are. Beautiful. Right. And then we're going to need 4 of these. Nope, not that one. There we go. We're going to need 4 blue dowels. Beautiful. And 4 black dowels. Picked up some really cool ideas from others in the community. Thanks. Yeah. I try to, I'll be honest. If I still watch more music streams than Lego streams, but I'm always looking for ways to improve the stream. So I definitely appreciate the suggestions. Let's see. We're gonna grab a black dowel. I think we're gonna insert it from this side. I don't think it matters really, but I like to try to pay attention to where the flanges go, because you never know when it's important. All right, so that's what we want. And then we're gonna take another one of these 7 LEGO bars, or Technic bars. Pop that on. And then another black dowel. And we're gonna do that one more time. Beautiful. One here. Another blue here. And a black on the end. Technic bar and black dowel. Beautiful. All right, so there we go. And we're going to attach it to those L brackets that we just popped on. So, and it's also going to attach to this bracket here. So, the way it's, if I'm reading this correctly, the way it's going to pop on is these will attach here as well. So, let's, yep. Beautiful. Okay, I think we locked that in. And then on the opposite side, it'll go just like so. By the way, all the music that we're listening to today. Oh, thanks for hosting the stream. I appreciate that, bud. All the music that we're listening to on stream is courtesy of my really great music streamer friends that I've made. So I really appreciate their support and their permission to use their music on stream. I have a list. If you're interested, if you hear anything that you're interested in, the now playing app is supposed to switch. I don't know why it hasn't switched yet, but this isn't Luna. This is Danielle Allard. There it goes. And there's a list of streamers that support me in the about just below here. So just scroll down and you'll see a list of streamers that support me. Which I really, really appreciate. I've made some great friends in the community. Okay, let's see if we can put these dowels on in the correct spot. Okay, and let's make sure that this is in the correct orientation. So that is going to go like that. Nope, it's actually going to face outward like that. And this blue dowel is going to go in the second hole here. So that's how we're going to align it. First there, blue dowel. Yep. All right. Beautiful. All right. All right. So just kind of strengthening up that frame. How do you pronounce your username? It's honestly, it's my old gamer tag. I've had it for forever. It's Wrongvald, but you can call me Ron. My in real life name is Carlos. But one Wrongvald is usually how people say it who don't know me. It's a literary character. It's a character from a book that I liked, and I used that as my gamer tag, and it's kind of stuck. right? So that's how all that came about. I've considered, changing to something bricks related when I started streaming. But honestly, I knew so many people in the Twitch community. I mean, not the Lego side, right? Because I was kind of starting out there. But I knew so many people in the Twitch community that I decided it might be more confusing to change it than to keep it. There we go. I feel like that's not seated all the way. There we go. All right, another subassembly. So we've got this one, and it's in this orientation. And we're going to take a couple of black dowels on this end and put it together with this one, like so. And we're going to make another small subassembly. I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah, it's been, like I said, I think I'm moving through it slower than I anticipated. When I looked at the parts visually, it didn't seem like it would be. I felt like I would move through it quickly, but I'm not disappointed. Or frustrated. I'm actually quite enjoying the build. I really like all the details that get put in, right? I mean, the steering details, the details with the engine, even the shaping of some of the Technic parts. I mean, it's really cool. So yeah, I've been enjoying it a ton. All right, that is not the right part. We need one of these blue dowels with a cross on the end. There we go. This red bar goes there. So that's a subassembly. Exactly, right? And chatting, I also I also like to kind of like take my time and chat with folks who drop in and like take the effort to say hi and talk and chat like yourself. So I want everyone to feel welcome and not like I'm ignoring them and just building Legos, right? I want everyone to feel welcome here. So whether they're lurkers or whether they come here to engage with the community, right? So, hey, Zebranium, thank you for chatting. Welcome. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Yeah, it's nice, right? And that was also one of the reasons that I started streaming, right? Is part of it is to give back to the community, right? Which I've enjoyed so much, both in the music and the Lego community. I kind of wanted to give back and have a safe place for my friends and for other people who want to just pop in. So yeah, it's been great. All right, now we're going to pop this onto our main assembly. I want to make sure that I align it correctly. It looks like the end of this aligns with that just right. So let's just try to pop it on and see how it goes. Okay, that end went in. Beautiful. That popped in really nicely. All right. I got this guy. I mean, this bag, I'll give you an example, right? So bag one, or bags one, right? Because there was multiple bags in the bag one set. Bag one took me a good hour and a half to 2 hours. That's in the wrong spot. There we go. And bag two, as I've been working on today, so far with breaks like the chat and what have you, and just kind of take our time. We're over 2 hours. So my typical streams are around 2 hours, in part because I've got family stuff to take care of, but we are going to turn this whole main assembly around. Probably don't have to be quite so ginger with it, because it's actually pretty solid now. I can kind of lift it in the center pretty well, but still kind of being careful with it. Anyways, yeah. So I normally stream for about 2 hours, just because I have family stuff. So I think you'll find most of my streams are around 2 hours long, 2.5. I have gone a little longer, but that tends to be about how my streams go. And I normally don't have like hard stops. Normally relatively flexible, but there's always family stuff, right? I actually don't mind. Honestly, it's a lot nicer to go by bag number than to have to pre-sort all your stuff, right? Like the Viper mock that I did, it was just like it came in a bunch of bags, but they weren't numbered like Lego bags, right? They were numbered for packaging, right? So they just packed all of a certain type of part into a certain bag, and I had to pre-sort them all the way through. So that was kind of a pain. But we got through it. All right. What are we doing here? Am I oriented correctly? Yes, I am. We have this part here. Where am I putting this 15? I'm a little confusified. Okay, I'm going to come back to that. Let's put the 7 on. Okay, so we got that piece on where it's supposed to be. We have the piece next to it. Why? Oh, it's showing to put the 15 up top, up here. Got it. I understand. I don't think we did that on the other side, did we? I'm going to go back and double check, because I may have missed that particular step. Let me back it up. No, we did not do that on the other side. Huh, curious. Okay. I'm assuming that there's a reason for that in the instructions. Okay, so we've put these pieces on, and then we're going to assemble a couple more of these. So that's with the builds that I do. Again, mostly my kids. I usually do pre-sort bricks. The Viper one was challenging though, because that one was about 6,700 parts. So it was a large build, a lot of parts, a lot of sorting. So 3 times no bags, 4 times no bags. Yeah, yes, exactly. I gotcha. Yeah. And then even when they are numbered like that, they have little sub bags inside the big bags, right? Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny. All right, so let's start putting this together. I wonder, I know that there's this, there's a relatively well-known Lego design review process, but I wonder if they have something similar for the packaging, right? You hear about the design review process with new Lego sets, but you don't hear much about how they package them, right? So that's interesting. All right, let's pop this on here, and then we're gonna pop a couple of dowels on here, not dowels, but studs. Right. And then here, and then a couple of more claws. There we go. And the claws go on there. I assume we'll attach some body parts to those claws at some point. And then these attach here, lined up. Come on. There we go. There we are. That's snapped in nicely. And the frame has definitely gotten a lot more solid just by applying all those parts. And it's kind of starting to look like the frame of a car now, right? Before it was just a bunch of random Lego Technic parts. Now it's starting to look a lot more like a car's frame. It's kind of nice. All right. And then that's going to go into the center here. Then we're going to take a couple more of those black dowels. All the Lego players get a gift set at Christmas. I did not know that. Huh. That's really cool. Had the new paper bags in it. Huh. Very cool. I know Lego's they're working towards being more sustainable, right? And environmentally friendly, which, with so much plastic, I'm sure is challenging. But I'm sure they're going to things like recycled plastic, paper bags, stuff like that. We need a very specific part. This guy right here. All right, and we're gonna kind of put that together like so. I don't know if it matters, but we're gonna put the slit on the way it's shown in the diagram. Attach that there. And this goes in the center, facing that way. Just like that. And then we need a black cylinder. Changing the pab cups to paper as well. Yeah. That's not surprising. Oh, that does not go there. Pay attention, Carlos. All right. And it looks like we're going to attach this here with the blue dowel there. Okie dokie. Yellow dowel, white, and blue dowel. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting, right? The Lego stores, they also have those plastic tubs as well, right? So it's interesting. And that's the trend, which is, it's positive, right? My company as well is trying to trying to do things to be more environmentally friendly, environmentally conscious, without greenwashing, right? So that's good. That's good. I hope more companies follow suit. I need a couple of these parts, and they have 2 holes in them, and a couple of black dowels. My friend Kelaska. This is my one of the streamers that I mod for, Kelaska, and she's kind of chatting through what she's about and her channel. I definitely recommend following her. She's a lot of fun. Let's see. There we go. I think that's right. I kind of want to push this out a little bit to make that flush on this end. There we go. Beautiful. Am I into cars? Yeah. Yeah. So, in fact, when I went to school, I to college, I intended to be an automotive engineer, race car engineer, and when I left college, I tried to get a job with a racing team. I did intern for a couple. Wow, that really snapped in. And it really didn't work out. They kind of dragged me along for about a year or so. And at that point, I decided that I needed to actually get paid for what I do. So I went and got a job in a different field, which is fine. Which is something else that I enjoy, right? So I'm in software quality, software engineering. And I've been in a related field ever since. So my automotive engineering days, are behind me. But it was that was definitely the goal at one point, right? It was to design race cars. I've always kind of been a car guy, right? So being from the UK, you probably know Renault 5s. So my first car was a Renault 5 here in the US. I had a Datsun 240Z that I loved, and I loved working on that because it has such a nice engine compartment, nice and open. And these days, I kind of go for the more reliable cars, but historically, I do love cars quite a lot. Yeah. Let's see. We need one of these blue dowels. And this guy goes here. This goes here. Yep, just like so. All right. This is a little tricky. There we go. Except it's not the gray one, it's the black one. What am I thinking? And it's not on the end. It's 4 holes in, like so. All right, and I need this other piece. And that gets popped in like so. There we are. Beautiful. Yeah, but being in the racing world is interesting. It was I interned on a couple of Formula Atlantic teams, and it was a lot of fun. It was just grunt work mostly, honestly. But fun being exposed to the I wouldn't say community, but fun being exposed to that scene, and it's really interesting. I mean, learned a lot. I learned that I didn't necessarily want to be a race car engineer, but Oh yeah, sure. Hydrogen powered cars, right? Fuel cells, pretty interesting. I've been out of the automotive engineering scene for a while, but I do find it very interesting still. And it's interesting how a lot of the stuff now is fly-by-wire, right? And I've seen that change as time has gone on. So a lot of the automotive systems, of course, they were all analog, right? All wire, direct drive, and now it's mostly fly-by-wire. It's all electronic, right? So you press the throttle, there isn't a wire connected from your throttle to your engine. It's all a computer. And I've seen that change over time, and it's really interesting. All right, so this is why it didn't want me to tie that in before. And I do believe, how is this gonna go here? So this is gonna go here. This top is gonna attach. Why do I feel like I have that backwards? Because I probably do have it backwards. That makes sense. Yep. Okay, good. That makes a lot more sense. It helps if the part is oriented correctly. Beautiful. All right, so everything is in there as shown, and looks like we're going to do the other side now. It's interesting that it had us assemble it like that here and not on the other side, but not sure if there was a reason for that. This is the wrong part. I need this part. Need that. Are you a car guy, Echo Bricks? Are you into cars? I used to really want kind of older classic sports cars like the Datsun 240Z, which I eventually came to purchase. And a lot of the older MG cars, right? I kind of wanted those in when I was in high school, right? So I'm about to lose one of these red pieces that wants to run away from me. Wow, PhD in hydrogen power. Very nice. Yeah. There's and obviously a lot of developments in the field since I've been in school. This has been a very long time. feel like let me pop this out real quick. Okay, yeah, it wants to go in about halfway. And then I need a black cylinder for the bottom. Yep. I think I made a mistake on the other side, pushing it all the way through. It's supposed to be about halfway. And we're going to attach this bad boy right here in the correct orientation. That are into them. So, yep. I went to school in LA. Oh, here we go. In fact, we're going to apply some stickers right now. Let's go. I went to school in LA. So, do it like that. I'm going to apply sticker. Let's start with this one. I'm going to apply sticker 57, which maybe is on this page. Yep. All right. So let's go. Keep an eye out on new models, see what's up and coming. There's a lot of interesting technology. All right, and we're going to align this piece, I think, with the end and the top of the blade. If I can hold the blade still while I align, and my finger doesn't slip. That's a little further over than I'd like. You know, pull it closer to the end. That's pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that, except it's crooked now. Come on. Come on. Behave. Right there. Right there. Beautiful. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with that alignment. And then sticker 49. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to align it with the end. In this case, I'm going to align it kind of like this. All right. No, it shifted a little bit under my hand. The front shifted a bit. I want to get that right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Beautiful. There we are. So pretty good alignment. No bubbles that I can see. A little bit of orange peel, but it's good. Look at that. That's nice, right? All right. And we're going to attach these pieces. So this piece is going to go on this side here, like that. And this piece is going to go on this side over here. And I think I popped it into the wrong hole on the other side, but we'll fix that momentarily. So I popped it on the end, but it's really supposed to go on the second. And the black stud came out with it. That's okay. Easy enough to fix. There we go. All right, so that's what it shows. And then slide them back in. And they're going to be retained by these claws, I assume. Yes. It definitely adds to the set, right? Yeah. So nice. All right, so here we are. We're going to add this piece somewhere here. And it just slides in, right? It's not captive at this point. Take one of these and this. And we're going to put the red one on this end in this orientation. That's going to hold it captive. And the gray one on this end in that orientation. We'll need that. And that. And then a bunch of black dowels. But you know what? We're just going to kind of grab them as we go. Beautiful. And then the L kind of pop on like so. And then we're going to put on 4 more black dowels here. Here. And all 3 of these and the bottom of the L get dowel. All right. And then it's going to go there. So it's going to go on this side. And let me see if I understand how it's going to go. It's going to go like so. Beautiful. That kind of ties that whole part of the frame together nicely. Right. Next, gray dowel. And one of these. And last piece from this bag. You know what's rough is when you have these tiny little bags, these little plastic bags, and then you have clear Lego studs or Lego pieces, right? Clear wedges or clear studs with flat tops, flat plates, right? It's like don't want to lose parts, but Lego makes it hard sometimes. All right. Beautiful. That's what we need. And this is going to get applied here somewhere. Yes, I think. All right, so if I'm reading this correctly, and I believe I am, it just gets added here. And it does stick out a little bit in the diagram, so that makes sense. All right, no landing, no landing. The parachute drop game is rough, right? The RNG. All right, let's take the L piece. And we need more black dowels. One here and one here. And one on the bottom, like that. And then we take the T piece and attach it here. Take these blue dowels and we attach from the other side. Does it matter? Oh, no, we attach from this side. The flange is on that side. Like that. Okay. And then on this side, this gets attached here, right there. If the dowels will stop being fussy. Yep, that's right. Come on. It's being a little fussy down here at the bottom. Maybe I should attach from this side first. There it goes. Come on. There it goes. Beautiful. That was being really fussy. Nice. Take an L piece, and it's gonna get applied somewhere. Let's see. It's gonna get applied here. There we go. Oh, nice. Thank you for catching that. That's a new low score. Congratulations. Thanks for letting me know. 24.48. I was trying to figure out where this piece goes. All right. So got that in there. Yes, yes. And let me just back up and make sure. Yes. So we're on this step. We need that and this. And then this. I try to keep the steering neutral. All right, beautiful. And it looks like it's supposed to attach here, but there's nothing to attach to, right? Or are we going to lock it in the next step? That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to lock it in the next step with a gray bar that goes right there. So now the steering wheel, which will be here, will turn the wheels left and right, which is pretty cool. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to apply the steering wheel. Let's put the sticker on. So sticker number 26. Beautiful. There we are. All right. Y'all, I think I'm getting to that age where I'm going to need readers. I'm definitely starting to struggle with small print, small objects. Don't want that crooked. Okay, I'm gonna use an X-Acto knife to place this. Otherwise, I'm concerned. Yeah, my son does still build Legos. In fact, he is currently working on the Lego Grogu, Baby Yoda. He recently built a bike trooper helmet, and he's got a Mandalorian spaceship from Christmas as well. So he's definitely still into it. There we go. That's aligned pretty well. There we go. And let's pop that on. Let's make sure the steering is neutral. It is. So now when you turn the steering wheel, look at that. How nice is that? There's a little bit of play in the steering, just like in a real car. And that's it for bag 2. Let me grab these extra pieces that we got, because we got some extra pieces in the bags. and put them in the extra pieces baggie and save them. Oh man, that new AT-AT, that UCS AT-AT is incredible. Are you kidding? I want that new AT-AT. All right, so let's review what we've done today. Today we built really all of the front end of the frame. Let me turn it around. We built a lot of the front end of the frame, including a functional steering mechanism, which is amazing, right? And it's got suspension. So if I hold it up, right? So it's got functional suspension, functional independent suspension. We started applying stickers to some of the parts, right? So this is one of the body parts, kind of the part of the aerodynamics package for it. I'm really excited to see where we're going to go with this. Obviously, this is going to be part of the front bumper assembly. In the next bag, as you can see, we're going to start applying body panels to the front. So cool. So cool. So I'm excited for that. I think we're going to call it a day for now. But you know, Echo Bricks, thank you for stopping in and being so active in chat. I really appreciate it. Let's see if we can find a friend to raid. Let's see, who do we have on? I don't have any. Lego friends on, but I have a number. Oh no, that's not true. I do have a Lee. Thank you for coming in, buddy. That's right. We're gonna raid. I do have a Lego friend on that we're gonna visit. His name is Kevin. He goes by Onboard Toys on Twitch, and he's got so much energy. He's a great guy. He's more knowledgeable about Legos than I am. Oh, no worries, Lee. Thank you, buddy. So we're gonna go say hi to him. So if you have a sub, or so let's start typing. There we go. So we're going raiding. So when you get to our raid destination, don't forget to tap on their profile icon and then tap on it again. That way you clear the raid tag and it counts for, you know, Twitch's your viewership counts for Twitch's metrics, right? Because if you don't clear the raid tag, Twitch doesn't count you in some of their statistics, which is a bummer. And it's especially important for streamers that are, you know, making a partner push or what have you. Oh yeah, you know Echo, you know Kevin, awesome. So let's so if you do not have a sub, you can, you know, Lee, hold on a second, Lee. Let's do something real quick. We're going to take care of Lee, because Lee has been a fantastic stream supporter since the early days of my stream. So I'm going to take care of my friend there. And so we're going, as you can see, he's got a founder badge. So we're going, so if you do have a sub, let's copy that and let's go visit our good friend Kevin. So raid Onboard Toys. Let's switch scenes. We're gonna do end credits. Thanks everybody for stopping in. I really appreciate all of your activity. I appreciate the chatting. I appreciate the lurks. And I really appreciate Elizabeth for coming in and rating. I appreciate Kaz for stopping in and saying hi and hosting. I appreciate Echo. So much activity. Really awesome. So really thanks everybody. Obviously, you know, we're a small stream. So small credits. Also, down below, this is a list of streamers that help support our stream by allowing us to use their music. I encourage you guys to go check out each and every one of these streamers. You won't regret it. All right, let's go see Kevin. Let me copy the raid call. And so here we go. Let's see. Because I always forget, or I forget half the time, right? There we go. So let's go. Thanks again. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.